it will help them do better in society. And for especially extremely young children, where these formative years are extremely important, I do not think they are personally capable of saying, "Oh, I will choose just to never go to school, and that's better for me." And you're saying you can't force someone to do something that's good for them, but we argued. And I'm not going to talk about the vaccine stuff, but
I mean, I think it's a poor comparison. But
okay, cool. I would say that in this specific case, being able to interact with in society in a way that lets you like do literally anything inside of it, like you can't order food off a menu, you can't do like you can't like get a job, you can't like do hobbies that require this activity.
Sure. Okay.
And this will permanently like make you worse off. It's like if people don't learn to read until like 10 years old, it's harder for them to learn to read. So what are we going to do then? We're going to permanently allow people to cripple themselves in terms of their capacity for life because of that. And then the second argument is societal. If society requires people being able to do these things, read, write, basket weave, hunt, and we don't get them to be able to do it, society will functionally collapse because people have zero skills to keep the society functioning. I think those are two very good reasons as to why we should coerce someone. I'm not saying forcing someone to school isn't coercive. I'm saying it is necessary coercion for the the good of society, for the good of like keeping anything existing. So I would ask, what would we do for the super young kids, for like the 3-year-olds who don't want to go to school? Are they capable of making that discussion?
Yeah.
Oh
sure.
no, 3-year-olds don't go to school. What is this guy talking about?
I guess you go to preschool when you're 4.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. Okay.
He doesn't have
Debunked.
kids. I didn't know that either.
Rookie
move.
There you go.
Rookie move.
Have you ever talked to a 3-year-old?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know if you know this, but
I've had long conversations with 3-year-olds. Okay, I talk about nuclear physics with them.
I've had long conversations about Paw Patrol with 3-year-olds. Yes.
like as a matter of like child psychology, like children are actually pretty receptive to new things. They don't understand the world. They naturally seek guidance from parents. But this is like a reason, like this is discussed. This is so fundamental. Like we know this is why children are vulnerable to even negative things like abuse and things like that. It's because they trust their parents.
Again, so this is a really bad argument because even if there's a tendency, even if you can demonstrate a tendency where it's like kids tend to want to do this thing, it's like, well, there's going to be some that don't for whatever reason. Right. And again, very bad consequences if they don't do the thing, which is, exactly.
No, that's exactly right. Now, every kid's the same. Some kids are going to be born wanting to learn and some kids are not. But even more than that, even if there is some natural tendency for every child, the majority of children to learn to some degree, if kids don't live in a vacuum, okay? If the choice was stare at a blank wall or go to school, most people would go to school because they need some kind of stimulation in their lives. But that's not the choice. The choice is play video games, watch Paw Patrol on Netflix all day, a million other distractions, be on your phone, be on YouTube. There's a million fucking entertainment choices you can choose over going to school. And you can't tell me you've ever interacted with a 3-year-old if you think they're going to choose going to school than the million entertainment options they have.
Yeah, you ever seen a kid with an iPad? They're watching Elsa videos all day.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea. I'm out of my depth here what a 3-year-old wants.
Yeah. They don't want to go to school. Okay.
I've never talked to a 3-year-old. Nor am I looking forward to talking to a 3-year-old.
Adam has never
I've only had brief engagement.
There you go. No, a friend of mine has like 3 kids, and I spent a lot of time with all these kids as they were growing up.
You talked to the 3-year-old?
Well, they would come and talk to us. They want to like be part of the conversation and stuff. So that's true. Like
uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, it's kind of annoying to some degree. It can be kind of annoying and frustrating. So I mean, kids are naturally curious, and they do want to, if they love their parents. Obviously, this depends on what kind of family situation they have, because this isn't true for all kids. But if kids have a loving family and they want to, be engaged with their parents and stuff, they're curious and they'll try to be parts of conversations. And I'm a big proponent of not talking down to children. I think you should talk to children, as if they are intelligent. However, I do know that like like their parents, my friends, their parents, they had big problems with the kids. They don't want to do homework. They want to fucking play video games all day. They want to stare at the iPhone. They want to look at the iPad. They want to be on Netflix all day. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do school.
Sitch, who calls every single human being an idiot, thinks you should talk to children as if they're intelligent. I think that the beauty of it.
Well, it's based on my parents never talked to me like I was an idiot, and I think my parents talking to me like I was an adult.
Yeah, baby talk
helped
is
me
bad.
be smarter.
Yeah, baby talk is bad.
Well,
No, I agree with that completely. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're all still idiots.
It's probably
Parents,
the
they
reason. The baby talk is the reason you're all idiots.
That's right. That's right.
Figures in their life, and you could that trust right now is often taken advantage of and used to be really abusive, and that includes with the school system. You can tell a child, hey, we're going to go to school today. Isn't that fun? You're going to meet new friends. You're going to do this thing. And most kids, they're going to go. I don't remember a single time in any of me or my siblings' childhood where anyone had a problem going to school. It was ever even necessary to issue a threat.
None of this is an argument.
Bullshit.
I spent my entire childhood trying to find ways to skip school.
Me too. What the
faking
fuck?
being sick, like anything. What I learned was that if I stayed up all night playing video games, I could just sleep through school. So I opted for that for a while.
You guys are such derelicts.
Okay, listen.
I can't believe I'm hanging out with so many derelicts.
Listen, nobody tell my parents. Okay, this is top secret Sitch lore. I used to fake being sick all the time
Did
to
you
get out of
really?
school. Okay,
Holy
like,
cow!
constantly. Oh, I didn't do my homework. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm too sick to go to school. Like I can't. This is unbelievable. Like, does DemonMama just live in some sort of like insanely perfect situation where all the kids love school and they always want to go?
That's
I don't
so
believe that
sad
for a
that you
second.
have this.
I don't believe that for a
That's
second.
so
I'm pretty
sad.
comfortable calling this out. This does not seem
This is
genuine.
Oh, it's
yeah,
total
I agree.
bullshit.
I agree.
That's sad
Because,
that you had to fake being sick not to go to school. What a terrible.
Why is that sad?
I would just say I'm gonna go do something with my friends, and my mom would write me a note.
What the fuck? Look at your parents. They're
Adam
like,
went
yeah,
surfing.
bye.
He couldn't
Oh
make it
my
to school.
God.
What the fuck kind
Look
of crip in California?
This is why you're a druggy artist, Adam. Okay,
My
this
mom-
explains so much.
My mom wouldn't lie. My mom was just. It's hilarious though. Like, what does the truancy clerk do with Adam? Couldn't go to school. He's going surfing. Like, what?
My parents would not be
What
okay with
could
me
you
just
do?
saying I don't want to go to school today. Okay, that was not an option available
It
to
so
me.
thumbs it in the face of the truancy office.
Jesus.
It's also really upsetting. Just imagining you like in high school going surfing and like imagining what I had to do in high school. Like that sounds like so much more fun.
Yeah,
We just go
right.
surfing. Maybe DemonMama's right. Let's just go surfing.
Let's just go surf. You know how much you
If
learn
you're a
out
good,
there on the waves.
if you're a good student though, I'm not faking being sick every other week. Like I had a good, like I liked school. I went to school. I got good grades. I mean, if I wanted to take a day off, my parents would understand.
Here's a serious question, Adam. Do you think you would have enjoyed an all boys school?
No, an all girls school maybe.
There you go. There
Yes,
you go.
I guess school was kind of a nuisance, but yes, I was definitely going for the social aspect of school. Let's just say. Didn't you ask me if I was an extrovert? I think we might be getting closer.
Adam was a Sigma male even as a kid. There you go.
What is Sigma? I thought Sigma was bad. What is Sigma, man?
No, Sigma's
No,
like
Sigma's
the
the best type of male.
Oh,
it's like
really?
it's like the alpha male, but goes their own way, you know.
Oh,
They're
wow. Okay.
skewing the rules of society. They're not trying to impress anybody. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that.
I think your parents were just California hippies because that's what it sounds
my
like.
parents are not remotely hippies. Like my mom was way more conservative. Like she just didn't want to lie. I would be the one saying, just tell him I was sick. What is this? What am I supposed to do with this?
Oh my gosh.
That's
I
really
don't want to
based, though.
lie. I don't want to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of like that. That's awesome.
Okay.
Federica just says
don't
for
lie.
$5, I'd go to the bus stop and hide in the trees and go back home after my parents left. That's the Sigma move right there. That's pretty.
I do remember
Yeah, pretty alpha.
we had some bushes. We went in the bushes and smoked weed more than once.
There you go.
Definitely. We
There you go.
had some good bushes around our school, so I feel you there.
Mm-hmm. JMac. Oh no, I read that one. Joe the Mig for $20 says, I'm kind of surprised that smaller teaching groups didn't develop for K-8 during COVID, where a handful of families got together to pay for a teacher. Adam, check out Vision of Escaflowne. It's a great 90s mecha anime.
Vision of Escaflow?
Escaflowne.
I'll check it out.
So there you go. Yeah, I guess I'm a little surprised that didn't happen more. Maybe it did. I'm just not very aware of it. Whatever Indeed for $20 says, I know a lot of teachers, they all come to the classroom thinking that the parent is inherently wrong about what the child needs. This is the biggest reason I am homeschooling my kids. There you go.
The parents are wrong or the teachers are wrong?
They're saying that they know a lot of teachers who automatically believe the parents are wrong.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Especially the politics just taking over people's lives has got to be awful. Because they're like, these kids are being taught MAGA at home, and we have to totally subvert that. Otherwise, they're going to be white supremacists.
Well, I think there's another problem, too, which is that a lot of beginning teachers have to teach at the shittiest schools.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Originally, where the parents often are
terrible.
Bad.
Yeah.
And so maybe they're bringing over that experience when they start working at like
the better schools.
Better schools, yeah. JMac for $20. Thank you so much. JMac says you need a balance of fear and love. True. Very true. Raccoon in the Closet for $20 says, I just hopped in and I always love Adam's on-the-fly graphic design. A-Team reigns supreme.
There you go. Yeah. We produce the show as we do the show. It's great.
Yeah, there you go. JMac for another $20. Thank you so much, JMac. Our own father. JMac is homeschooling me and Adam, really, if you think about it.
We're learning so much. I learned about that you can only spend $2,000 a month on YouTube. Who knew? On YouTube Super Chats.
Who knew? Says, my daughter is completely different than my son. They respond to different disciplinary styles and incentives. True!
Yes, big time.
Why Gender Matters.
Yes.
Great book. Great book. Yes, very true. And that is always the benefit of homeschooling, that intensely personalized teaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
JMac for another $20 says, I agree with Tim in that one. Stick to your principles and teach your kids to have character. I have kids, so obviously I'm right. There you go. There you go. Can't argue with that one, Jay. Can't argue with that one, Jay.
Yeah.
Threadbare Robe for 20 pounds says, Hans looks like the before and the DM looks like the after.
They're like twins.
There you go. There you go.
Because we were excited to go there to learn, to have yummy foods, to meet our friends, to talk to our teacher who we liked. These are all things that can inspire someone, inspire a child to go to school. I would love to know what the statistics are on the number of times that you have to, the law has actually had to be invoked for a child. Now, this is what tends to happen in this conversation, and this happened on Twitter quite a bit, which is that there is a
Wait, how many times the law had to be invoked on a child? Like more than once just for me. You had to go find me and bring me back to school. Like,
yeah.
You need statistics? I don't know.
I mean, I am curious what the number. I'm sure it's
I started looking
very
at
high.
The prevalence of truancy based on the frequency of skipping in the past month was 11%, 9% moderate truancy, and 2% high truancy. But gender differences were found in use reporting.
Sure, I'm sure it's mostly males. Yeah, that are
truancy in the U.S. Yeah, don't you love the fact that people compile statistics on this stuff?
Truancy rates are constant between the year 2002 and 2014, vacillating from 10 to 11%.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. That seems about my guesstimation. There were always people that were like, this. They call his name every day, and he's never fucking here.
Well, here's an issue too. I mean, DemonMama went to some evangelical Christian school, right? I get maybe she's just very in her own bubble. Like for those of us that went to public school, like we're like, yeah, of course people skipped class all the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
I knew a kid in class who literally snorted a line of coke right before his science final.
What? You saw this?
I did.
You saw a kid snort a line of coke in school?
Yeah.
Wow, I never saw that.
I've been around worse than that, but I probably shouldn't bring it up.
I remember the first time I saw a guy smoke a joint in junior high, and I was like, oh my God, they're smoking the weed.
Sure, there's all sorts of crazy shit goes
Then the
on.
next week I was like, oh my God, I'm smoking the weed.
There you go. There you go.